Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt like you're doing all the right things with your money but still not getting ahead? You save, you work hard, you avoid debt, but that dream of financial freedom just seems to stay a dream. Well, it might not be your fault. The truth is, we're surrounded by financial advice that sounds smart but is actually keeping us stuck. Money myths are everywhere, and believing them is one of the surest ways to stay poor. But not anymore. Today, we are pulling back the curtain and exposing 5 of the most dangerous lies about wealth that are holding you back. By the end of this video, you'll see your finances in a whole new light. So grab a notebook, because class is in session, and we're about to rewrite the rules of wealth. Let's dive right into the first, and perhaps most common, myth. Saving your money will make you rich. How many times have we heard this? A penny saved is a penny earned. Our parents and grandparents drilled this into us. And while saving is a crucial first step, it's the foundation. It's not the whole building. Simply hoarding cash in a savings account is actually a losing game. Why? One word: inflation. Every year, the prices of goods and services go up, which means the purchasing power of your saved money goes down. That $100 you tucked away last year buys you less today. Think of it like trying to fill a bucket that has a slow leak. You keep adding water, but the level never really rises. True wealth isn't built by just saving. It's built by putting your money to work, making it grow faster than inflation can eat it away. Saving is for security, for your emergency fund. Investing is for wealth. Next up, let's tackle a big one. All debt is bad. This idea is so pervasive. We're taught to fear debt, to see it as a monster that will devour our financial future. And yes, high-interest consumer debt, like credit card debt used for vacations or expensive gadgets, is absolutely destructive. It's like financial quicksand. But lumping all debt into that same category is a massive mistake. There's a huge difference between bad debt and good debt. Good debt is money you borrow to acquire an asset that will increase in value or generate income. Think about a mortgage for a rental property that brings in more cash each month than the loan payment, or a business loan to expand an operation that will double its profits. In these cases, debt isn't a burden. It's a tool. It's leverage. The wealthy don't fear debt. They understand how to use other people's money strategically to build their own assets and accelerate their wealth creation. The key is not to avoid all debt, but to learn the difference and use it wisely. Now, for a myth that provides a false sense of comfort: a steady job is the safest path to financial security. For generations, the goal was to get a good job, work for the same company for 40 years, and retire with a pension. That world is largely gone. Today, believing a job is total security is like believing a ship is unsinkable. You are placing your entire financial well-being in the hands of one person, your boss. Your income is dependent on their decisions, the company's performance, and the economy at large. Layoffs, restructuring, automation. These things can pull the rug out from under you with no warning. Real security doesn't come from a single paycheck. It comes from creating multiple streams of income. It comes from owning the system, not just being a cog in it. A job can be a great starting point, a way to generate capital to invest, but never mistake it for ultimate security. True security is having control over your own financial destiny. Which of these myths have you heard the most? Or maybe even believed yourself? Let me know down in the comments. I'm genuinely curious to hear which one resonates with you. All right, let's get back to it with myth number 4. You need money to make money. This is one of the most discouraging myths out there because it makes people feel like the game is rigged before they even start. If you don't come from a wealthy family or have a huge pile of cash, you're out of luck, right? Wrong. This statement confuses money with what you really need, which is leverage. Money is just one form of leverage, but there are many others. Your knowledge is leverage. Your skills are leverage. Your network and relationships are leverage. Your time and hard work are leverage. Think about someone who starts a YouTube channel with just a phone. They're using their knowledge and time as leverage to build an audience, which they can then monetize. Or someone who uses their coding skills to build an app. They didn't start with $1 million. They started with a valuable skill. Stop thinking you need a pile of cash to begin. Instead, ask yourself, what leverage do I have right now? What skills, knowledge, or connections can I use to create value? That is the real starting point for wealth creation. And finally, the myth that stops so many people before they even begin. Investing is risky. We hear horror stories of people losing their life savings in the stock market, and it scares us into paralysis. We think, it's better to just keep my money safe in the bank than to risk losing it all. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Not investing is the biggest risk of all. As we discussed earlier, inflation guarantees that your safe money will lose value over time. That's a guaranteed loss. Investing, on the other hand, gives you the opportunity for growth that outpaces inflation. Yes, there are risks, but the real risk isn't in investing itself. It's in investing without knowledge. Driving a car is risky if you don't know the rules of the road. But once you learn, it becomes a powerful tool. The same goes for investing. The risk comes from ignorance. The solution is education. By taking the time to learn about different asset classes, strategies, and risk management, you transform gambling into a calculated, strategic process for building long-term wealth. The riskiest financial move you can make is doing nothing. So there you have it. 5 of the most toxic money myths, completely busted. Wealth isn't about following outdated rules that no longer apply. It begins the moment you start to question what everyone else simply accepts as fact. When you challenge these old ideas, you open yourself up to new possibilities and new strategies for building a life of financial freedom. Don't let these lies dictate your future. Thank you so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes and made you think differently about money, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video, where we'll keep breaking down the myths and building up your wealth. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one.